Let's talk about first impressions. You never get a second chance to make one. And when it comes to selling your home, that first look isn't just important, it's everything. Today, we're diving into how you can make that first glance a winning one. Wow, this really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Curb appeal isn't just about pretty flowers or a new mailbox. It's the gatekeeper. It's the one thing that decides if a potential buyer even bothers to see what's inside your home. So first up, we're going to tackle what I call the seconds to sell problem. We'll get into why that very first photo online might be the only chance you ever get. I mean, this is the question that keeps sellers up at night, right? You've got a great house, you know it's a gem, but crickets. No clicks, no calls, no showings. What's going on? Well, more often than not, the answer is sitting right there at the curb. Think about it from the buyer's side for a second. You're on your phone, you're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. What's the first thing you see for every single listing? Yep, that one exterior photo. It's become this brutal split-second filter. If that image doesn't immediately grab you, poof, you've swiped past. Your home gets dismissed without a second thought. So now, let's get into the psychology of all this. Because what your home's exterior says about it goes way deeper than just, that's a nice-looking house. And here's where it gets really fascinating. A buyer sees an overgrown lawn or some peeling paint, and their brain doesn't think, oh, that's a small weekend project. No way. It sees a giant red flag. It's a warning signal that if the outside is neglected, what other problems are hiding on the inside? But on the flip side, a really well-kept exterior sends a totally different message. It signals competence. It screams that this home has been cared for. It builds trust and a sense of dependability before they've even set foot inside. And that feeling is what turns a casual scroll into a click, then a save, and then the all-important showing. Okay, so how do we actually make this happen? The good news is it's probably simpler than you think. Let's break it all down into a super simple framework with just 3 keys to success. Here they are. It's that easy. First, we frame the picture with landscaping. Second, we refresh and revitalize with paint. And third, we welcome buyers in with an amazing entryway. Let's dig into that first one. Okay, key number 1, landscaping. I absolutely love this way of thinking about it. Your landscaping is like the frame for a beautiful painting. Your house is the work of art, and the frame's only job is to make it look its absolute best. And this isn't just about throwing some flowers in the ground. It's about creating a feeling of order and care. A neatly mowed lawn just looks tidy. A pop of color makes your photos jump off the screen. And some well-placed shrubs, they can add depth and make your whole property feel more lush and substantial. All right, on to our second key, paint. I'm telling you, a fresh coat of paint is almost always one of the highest return investments you can make when you're selling. It's like hitting a giant refresh button on your home's entire vibe. And there is a strategy here. Neutral colors are your best friend. They appeal to the biggest audience possible. But a pop of a bold, stylish color on the front door or the shutters, oh, that's the stuff that makes your listing stick in someone's mind. It turns a boring photo into one that says, hey, this place is sharp and ready to go. And that leads us perfectly to our final key, the entryway. If your landscaping is the frame, think of the entryway as the handshake. It's that first, up-close physical interaction a buyer will have with your home. So you want to make sure that handshake is a firm and confident one, right? A clean, power-washed walkway makes a world of difference. Polishing the doorknob takes, 5 minutes? A new welcome mat costs almost nothing. And swapping out a dated light fixture for a new one can modernize that whole space instantly. These little things add up to a big message of quality and care. Okay, so this all sounds good in theory, but does it actually work? Let's look at a real-world story from a home in Quincy and see just how powerful these simple changes really are. So check this out. By focusing on just those 3 keys, landscaping, paint, and entryway, this one home doubled its showing traffic. I mean, think about that. That's twice as many real potential buyers walking through the door. And the effect online was immediate. As soon as those new, beautiful exterior photos went up, the listing's views just exploded. It created this amazing momentum. More online views led to more interest, which led to more showings. I mean, this case study is the perfect proof. Pouring a little effort into the exterior isn't just for looks. It's a dependable, smart investment that pays off in both web traffic and real-life visits. That's how you win the game. So, what's the big idea here? When you boil it all down, what are we really talking about? Well, it's about something much, much bigger than just looking good.
This slide makes such a crucial point. See, anyone can do some surface level staging, fluff a few pillows, hide some clutter, but what we're talking about is different. This is about building genuine trust. An amazing curb appeal sends this powerful subconscious message to a buyer that says, this home has been loved, this home has been cared for. Here's probably my favorite way to think about it. Your home's curb appeal is the first chapter of its story, and your job is to make that first chapter so exciting, so compelling that a buyer absolutely cannot wait to turn the page and see what happens next. So here it is, your action plan. Put your focus on those 3 keys: landscaping, paint, and the entryway. Your goal is to create a first impression that feels dependable and trustworthy, because that trust is what gets you more buyers, which gets you more offers, and gets your home sold faster. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Go take a walk out to your curb and really look at your home. What story is it telling? And is it a story that someone new will want to be a part of?